I don't know about you, but it's been a while since I've gotten really stoned, and I thought a nice spring day like this would be a good day for it. So here we go. I can't read it, can you? The arrogance is here.
July 26, 1996. It was a keg of Stone Pale Ale, our first beer, and we had 4 people at that time. So over the years, we've grown rather rapidly, and we've become known for one of the breweries that was one of the leaders in saying, look, there's a lot of people doing a lot of mediocre stuff. We don't want to participate in that. In fact, what we're only going to do is we're going to just brew the kinds of beers that we like, which for Steve and I, that meant big character, stronger, hoppy beers. They're very hop forward, and we helped pioneer what is now considered to be the San Diego style IPA or the West Coast style IPA, big hoppy and it's shocking for a lot of people, even or maybe especially American craft beer enthusiasts, to learn what the realities are. You know what is considered, and I hope that some, it doesn't end up somewhere. Well, great Koch said that the German beer industry sucks, kind of thing. But his horrible is what he's, moribund. Oh, moribund, yeah. The truth of the matter is, what is considered to be the worst country in Western Europe for beer? Germany. This is shocking, and this is shocking. And so what's happened is a lot of the traditional European beer cultures have become overly commoditized. And I've been writing a book with a co-author. It's called The Brewer's Apprentice, and I have this. It's a unique format in that I've talked to and interviewed 22 brewers from all over the world about particular aspects of brewing. So I got a chance to spend some time on the phone and interview Hans-Peter Drexler. He's the brewmaster for Schneider, a great wheat beer brewery in Bavaria. And when we talked about it, and essentially he said, look, there's two major philosophies in brewing. There's the philosophy of brewing to hit a price point, and you do whatever it takes to hit that price point, including, if necessary, reducing the quality of your beer, or there's brewing to a particular way that you want the beer to be, brewing for the beer itself, and then charging what you have to charge. And clearly, Stone and so many other small breweries in the United States were in the latter part of that equation. But in Germany, and he said, and this is the truth, and it's everything that I've seen, they are the opposite. They hit a price point. Why? Beer is commoditized, completely commoditized in Germany. And the German brewers are convinced that the public will not pay 1 single penny more for a 6-pack of beer or a pint of, or a liter, half-liter of beer than they do today. So they all focus on this price point. It's extremely competitive, and the quality has been going like this. And these are outrageous statements because the German beer culture is so hallowed and sacred to many of us, and I understand why. And there's so many breweries out there that are still fantastic. So it's not like it's dead, but it's a challenging situation. It's a challenging situation, and if anybody's seen this video that I recorded at a place called Moeder Lambic in Brussels, it means Mother Lambic. It's a great beer bar. It's the beer bar in all of Belgium that has the most number of taps. Can you imagine how that might be? The entire country of Belgium, this wonderful beer country. What's the #1 highest number of taps in a beer bar? Anybody want to take a guess? Yeah.
I think
10 was a guess. It's more than that.
It's like 40, I think.
It's 40. Okay, so they have 40. The next largest tap selection is 25, and the next largest after that is maybe half. Okay, so it's pretty shocking. We think of Belgium as this incredible beer country, and it is. It is. But I recorded this video and I posted it just a month ago. Conversations with the guys at Moeder Lambic, and you hear them talk about it. The Belgian beer, the scene is dead. It's all horrible. They're like, they write off, oh, the Abbey beers. It's just it's a bunch of adjuncts with too much sugar, and it's a sweet mess, and there's nothing that's syrupy, and they just brew by computers, and nobody cares. And I've seen some of that myself, and it's also very shocking. So I'm not down on Europe, and I'm not thinking that we're going to you know, ride in on a white horse and save the day. But I can tell you, I know that we will inject some beer enthusiast influence because, frankly, you guys in this room have more understanding and enthusiasm about German beers or Belgian beers than 99 point whatever percent of Germans and 99 point whatever percent of Belgians. They drink industrial lagers, just like we did in this country in the late 1970s. It's almost that bad. It's almost that bad. It's pretty shocking. So
You feel like
we're just going to go over and be part of this. But I can tell you, we've narrowed it down to 2 locations, 2 potential locations, which we're working on right now, trying to determine which one it is, negotiation and due diligence. One is in Germany, one is in Berlin specifically, and one is in Brugges. Both really great towns, completely different. But I can tell you that if it's Berlin is chosen, I am certain that within 1 year, because we plan to have a restaurant, within 1 year, and we have guest beers. Within 1 year, we'll have the best selection of German specialty beers in all of Germany at our place, because you can barely find it anywhere else. They have this huge provincialism. I mean, there's some provincial. You guys can probably relate to some level between Minneapolis and St. Paul. There's a little rivalry, right? But what have you said? And it was just the you know, hard line, and nobody broke this line. That you never drank the beer from the other city, let alone from San Diego. Right? No, we don't drink that here. They drink that there. We drink our beer. And that's the way it's everything's in silos. Really? So there's this wonderful stuff, and it's a different mentality. It's a very old school mentality. So we're going to interject a little new school mentality. Will it be accepted? Not by most people. That's okay. So that's what it was when we started up. We weren't accepted by most people, and we're still not. So it's all right. Yeah.
So in Europe,
come on.
What happened to that?
Okay, I'll give a little. Everybody know about? I'll suggest you don't know, and not everybody knows. So on Monday, it was announced that Goose Island of Chicago, you may have heard of, sold out in its entirety the remaining stock to Anheuser-Busch InBev, okay, which has sent ripples through the craft brewing industry. Everybody is talking about this thing. Well, the fact of the matter is, they sold out years ago. They did. They sold a significant portion. I think it was in the 20 to 40%. I think closer to 40%. I don't know. To Widmer, which is part of the Craft Brewers Alliance, which is owned in part by Anheuser-Busch. It was one of those pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. We're going to try and veil this a little bit, so maybe people won't pay as attention as much, and there's some, well, do they really or don't they really, or, you know, did they and didn't they kind of a thing. So the truth of the matter is, they sold out years ago. This was just completing the deal. And so I don't agree with anybody that says that this is now a harbinger of things to come, you know. It's just, you know, there's 1,700 small breweries, there's all this vibrancy here, and, you know.
You're not going to be selling yourself to village.
Yeah, what do you know you're doing?
That's the question.
So, somebody asked me if we're ever going to sell it. The answer is a light answer is somewhere between no and hell no. You know, and I also am often asked, so have we been approached? Have we had conversations, or have we gotten phone calls or emails? And the answer to that is no. I actually never have, but I'm not surprised at all. I mean, a company that has, you know, hand out stickers to anybody that'll take them that say fizzy yellow beers for wussies. Oh shit, I don't have any with me right now, but I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Just can't wait for Lucy.